Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about my project 3. It's going to be, the project is project 3 relates to, we're supposed to find a problem in a community that we're based in. So it could be a community like, school or work or family or whatever. We're supposed to find a problem in it and deal with the problem. So basically the problem that I chose to work with for my project goes back a little bit. It relates to the good old COVID-19 and everything that's been happening with that. So we all know when school was happening and whatnot. For me personally, I started college in 2020. So when my first year of college and my last semester of high school were online and whatnot. Of course, it makes sense because everyone, we wanted to be safer than sorry. We didn't know what was happening with COVID. And so we decided to have the lockdowns and all that stuff. And naturally, UNM was doing the same thing, lockdowns, masks, and all that stuff. And it makes sense totally to try to keep the general public protected from an unknown virus that, is happening in our world. But getting to today, where we are today, with COVID-19, COVID is at some of the lowest numbers it's been at in a while. The transmission rate is down by far. The CDC has finally said that we don't need to mask everywhere. Depending on if you do get COVID, you still need to social distance for a few days and all that, which makes sense. But naturally, UNM had lifted their restrictions based around COVID and based around everything that had happened. So that was restrictions like going to online, being forced to only do online classes, or having to wear a mask around campus, or having to be vaccinated, and you couldn't go to there unless you had a vaccination exemption, basically. So yeah, and once these restrictions were lifted all up, it was nicer, to say the least. I didn't have to wear a mask. That was nice. But it's not even a big deal. The mask isn't a big deal. But I have a roommate, and his name is Nick. And he went to UNM Shack to go, he's having mental health issues, and he's unvaccinated and all this stuff. And they're getting him a line for counseling and all this, and they get him to triage and everything. And Nick tells me that he's not allowed to go do in-person counseling because he's unvaccinated. And this is today. This is this was October. This was November of 2020. So it's just insane to see what is happening. This guy isn't allowed to go see an in-person counselor and get helped with his mental health because he's unvaccinated. I don't think that's correct. And that's not good no matter what, because these people already, unvaccinated people already statistically are more depressive and anxious. And it might be because of, they might not be vaccinated, and they may be worried about COVID and whatnot, but still, all people who are having mental health problems should be helped and shouldn't be stigmatized against. They should all be allocated help no matter what. In my opinion, I believe that is the problem here. And the solution really is just talking to the higher ups at UNM and Shack, and just letting them, informing them of what's happening, and putting that into their eyes, to hopefully make them realize that this is just completely horrible. But yeah, thank you for watching. You have a wonderful day.